on how they can be better protected. Sally Eden, LWT News, Whitechapel.
And that's all from us. We'll be back with more LWT News at 1:05 tomorrow afternoon and, of course, right throughout the weekend. Have a very good night.
Good evening. Tonight we'll see any patchy rain tending to move east across the region and eventually die out. This will leave a mostly dry night with some clear spells later. And with the fresh southwesterly breeze, temperatures will stay up fairly well. The low in the range of 7 to 9 Celsius, that's 45 to 48 Fahrenheit. Saturday will start a little cloudy to the east of the region, but most areas will have a fairly bright and dry start. It will, however, feel rather fresh with the breezy southwest wind persisting. During the afternoon, cloud will tend to bubble up, bringing some showers. Most of those will be light and fairly well scattered, but the odd heavier shower can't be ruled out. Top temperature tomorrow, 15 Celsius, 59 Fahrenheit, but it will feel chillier and the fresh southwesterly wind. And Sunday looks like another fairly breezy day with a mixture of bright spells and some showers. That's it from me. I'll leave you with a summary. Good night.
Hello there. Well, we're in for a fairly windy weekend with some pretty blustery showers, particularly in the more northern and western parts of the country. And that's all because this area of low pressure that's winding up today, that's its position for midday tomorrow. A lot of winds pushing in there, and with it some sprinkling of showers coming in across many parts of the country. Today we had a fair bit of rain coming in as well. At midday there it was across the Irish Sea, and it worked its way gradually eastwards during the afternoon. It's going to continue to work east to clear the most eastern part of the country in the early hours of tomorrow morning. Behind it already a sprinkling of showers pushing into northwestern parts of Scotland. They're going to probably persist for many places overnight, but for the bulk of England and Wales it'll be generally a dry night. Tomorrow morning we start fairly bright and dry down the most eastern side of the country. A lot of sunshine around, and particularly in the central areas as well. Those showers already into northwestern areas of Scotland, over Northern Ireland, and perhaps one or two pushing into the more western parts of Wales and even southwestern parts of England. As we go into the afternoon, I think the showers are becoming fairly heavy, particularly again in the northwest. Some of them also pushing into the more central parts of England and maybe even getting over to the eastern side of the country. But I think many parts of the east and south are probably going to stay dry with only a few light and scattered showers. Not a particularly warm day. The wind's fairly strong, I should say, as you can see. So those temperatures, well, it's going to take the best of the temperatures down a bit. And I think if you are out and about, do wrap up well, because certainly the chill factor knocking the edge way off those temperatures. Let's look ahead at Sunday, and it's a fairly similar sort of story for many parts. Showers up in the north and west, brighter down the eastern part of the country. Temperatures very similar, but somewhat masked again by the fairly brisk winds. But some further cloud coming in from the south and west later, bringing further rain to those parts. So a fairly windy weekend in store. There will be some bright spells. Do wrap up well if you're out.
Is Europe ready for this man?
Henry Root, wet fish. Henry Root, wet fish. Henry Root, wet fish. Henry Root, wet fish. As seen on television.
Mrs. and Mr. Root. Opening the door to the continent. George Cole, Route into Europe, starts the 17th of May on ITV.
Victoria Wood on Others.
Lots of my friends are having things done. A friend of mine, a little bits taken off here, bits taken off here, bits taken off here. But there's so many bits left over, they made up a matching handbag in the end.
On Politics.
I think the only time there would be a mass uprising in this country is if they banned car boot sales and caravanning.
On Philosophy.
Like if there's a heaven, which I doubt, because I think the people from hell have probably bought it for a timeshare.
Victoria Wood.
I see your highlights need doing.
Sold out. Saturday, 9:25 on ITV.
Now on London Weekend Television, April's Crime Monthly.
If I see one walking down a street, I tend to beat a hasty retreat. I walk on by. Whatever's in the back of any car, I find the moss too clever by far. I walk on by. No matter what it is, won't see me try to beat one, defeat one, disarm one. I'll break down and cry. I'll walk on by. You don't mess. I'll walk on by with the moss.
up this morning, the sun smiled down on me. Sun smiled on me? That ain't the blues.
Oh, honey, that's cute.
Whoa, 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 your boat happily down the stream. Dang, that ain't the blues either.
What is this lipstick doing on your collar?
Honey, that ain't no
Honey,
lipstick.
nothing. I said,
Oh, shave it.
You're alive.
You're repossessing your car.
Sorry, son, and I ain't never coming back.
Saddles is my first name. Last name is Misery. I lost my woman, and the rain is coming down. Oh, yeah.
When I was a lad, there were only one brown bread for me, and that were always. I were weaned on it, schooled on it. I went to work on it. So it came as quite a shock when Ovis brought out a white slice loaf. But I might get over it.
Ovis, as good today as it's always been.
Now, the Leeds new home arranger is every home buyer's dream. He takes away the hassle and he doesn't cost a bean.
This Sunday, the Sunday Times has a great offer for you. Buy one flight to the USA and take someone free for the ride. Whether you fly economy, Apex, or even first class. The Sunday Times 2-for-1 offer to the USA, starting this Sunday, only in the Sunday Times.
OK, you can go cheaper than Thompson Price Breakers, but we wouldn't recommend it.
What the devil is Atkins?
He was up all night working on this press brief, sir.
My heart bleeds for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Astra Saloon, a classic. Smooth and sleek as the Astra Saloon clearly is, it is also practicality itself. And the boot is an ideal resting place for golf clubs, baby carriages, for Atkins.
Oh, well, on the subject of the boot.
It's inordinately capacious, J.D.
Chris Eubank defends his world title against America's Ron Essett, live tomorrow, 10:30.